All right, we're all here for Agency Power Hour number 3. With me, as always, is Keith Gaitan, say hello, and John Pasamato, and Elena Cicatelli.
And
Hey
we love
everybody.
the music.
Hello.
Actually, the music's still
Yeah.
playing. uh, so, Keith, you want to start off? I can hand the screen off to you. You want to show some
Yeah,
things?
sure. That's fine.
All right, everybody can see the screen and can see my mouse moving. Give me a 1 in the chat box.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I
I just
can see
want to
it.
give everybody a little programming note here too. This call is only going to be 45 minutes. The DEM call is posted inside the Facebook group. We're going to be talking about the new module, which is our Facebook chat module, which has been added to Sales Text Chat. And it is completed. We are adding a few more features, but it is in working condition. So I'll get into that at 8:15 p.m. on the DEMM call. So Keith, I'm going to hand the screen off to you.
Okay. Okay, show my screen.
Coming
Hi
your way.
everybody. So, okay, this is Ed's going to help me with here, but I'm trying to make this so this will work for you guys. But I'm doing a PWE emulation for another directory that I made. So I want to guys show you a directory that I made today, a little fun that I'm having, and my concept behind it. So here's my newest directory, and my concept behind it is what I'm creating, as you see, is the brew crawl or pub crawl for the city of Vista. So like I told you guys, I live in on Hop Highway. So literally, these are all of the microbreweries within a 5-mile radius of where I live. So yes, this is how many there are. It's crazy. There are more breweries per capita in Vista than anywhere in the world. So my idea is to take this, right? And I'm creating, and I'm playing with it a little bit, right? Trying to make it more dynamic looking. So my idea is if I make this directory, because they've got this big push right now to shop Vista, shop locally, right? It's all part of their whole campaign out here. And Ed is going to talk to the programmer to see if we can make this happen. But what would happen is each one of these is a $5 pint. So it's basically $1 off a pint for them to do a pub crawl. And they only get one, right? So if they go there, the idea is when they select one of these, like I'll pick this one. Let me go to, how do I do that? Inspector mode thing, put it in mobile so you guys can see what it actually should. Okay, so right, so that's the mobile view, right? So shop Vista local, brew crawl 1.5, click here, Wavelength Brew Co, right? It's all, this one, there's an actual video about how they made it, or a story on these guys, which is pretty cool. Not all of them have that. For other ones, it's share on Facebook, so it can really create a big networking experience for these people. But the idea behind it is that when they go, right, thank you, now enjoy, many to choose from, much on tap, right, they can use now, scan it, is the idea, and this is what we're hoping the developer can do, is once this gets redeemed, and we know how it ghosts out, is that here it will show the ghosted out image and say redeemed. So someone who's in the directory can go, okay, once I get all of these knocked out, I'll see redeemed, redeemed, redeemed. Then keep going to the directory, and once they get all of them knocked out, and this is what I want to take to the Chamber of Commerce, that there would be some sort of a special prize or something big or entered into a contest because they visited all of the local breweries in town. And this directory, which would then be a PWA emulation, so the icon would save on their phone, and they could just hit it and take their time to get to each one, or maybe we make it like a 30 days to get to them all. And because we have the evergreen, it could be maybe based on when they open the app, they have so long to get there, or open the coupon. So I built that today, and then in building that, I just wanted to show you guys that something cool is, so if any of you have built a really cool coupon, you can save it as a template. So I built these and I saved it as a template for you guys if you want to use it, right? So it's down here now, so you can like view it, see what it looks like, but I saved it, right? And I got this gift from someone else. I forget. Someone sent me this gift that's a member of ours. That was kind of cool. It shows looks like it's filling up. But no, so now, and so all I did was I saved it as a template, and I just went in and I changed the icon right there and the address so that it would match up to that location for each one of these. That's all I did. And so I realized that, you know,
I've enabled the PWA for you. So if you want to show setting up that inside of the PWA.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm in here, right? So I'm trying to save this.
You might need to refresh. There you go.
All right, let me refresh. All right, so I'm trying to get in here and kind of show you guys how that all works again, right? So I go to Vista Village. It's enabled. Right, so here we go. I want to, whoops. That's
You're okay, you can just change the icon.
Okay, so I'm going to change the icon here to the shop local, which I made for Vista, PNG, right? Add to home screen now and save, I'm just going to say add to home screen now. That'll be your prompt, right? The icon name for this actually is going to be Vista, right? Enable add to home screen, yes. Locations, no. Save. Okay, so that's saved. So now if I go back to it, Vista Village, I'll get my code, right? We're going to save it here. Copy. And then I go back to my Engage Snap, and here is my directory. And I'm making it, so I'll show you how I do that. And then any of you can then, once I bring this up, if you go to it, it should ask you for your name, and then to save to home screen, and then you should have that icon. So if I go to Advanced, Third-Party Integration, I'm going to paste it in there, right? Go to Next. Got everything selected. I don't have any of that stuff yet because this is something I'm going to go pitch to the Chamber of Commerce. Publish. So now if any of you scan that QR code, it should ask you, I believe general settings, I have it, I want it to ask for your name, but then it should automatically also ask you to save to home screen. And then when you do, this should be the icon. And when you pull that icon up, or when you click on it, it should bring up the directory. And then as you click each one of these for the directory, then it would bring up that coupon. And obviously, like I said, they're all identical. All I
For
did.
those of us that are fumbling to get their phone and getting their scanner open, can you send
I'll go
the
back.
little text link that's in there too?
I'm sorry, let me go back. I'm sorry. Yeah, so use the QR code, and I can copy this link as well. But unfortunately,
I got to make you.
I'm a presenter now. Wait.
You should be an organizer now.
I got it. I can put it in there now. Paste. That's the link to that directory. So now here's a way that you're, once again, you're testing how the PWA emulation works. Okay, I didn't make a CNAME for this yet. I guess I could make a CNAME, but I kind of don't really need to if I'm going to use the PWA emulation. Right, Ed?
No, it's not necessary. No.
Because I mean, they're already using the QR code.
It's going to be hiding the URL.
Yeah, and they're going to see the QR code. They're going to see this as their icon, and they're just going to go to the directory and enjoy the directory as it is. Of course, you can ask it to save the things, and then some of the coupons I made require Facebook share. Some of them are not. I forget which ones are which at this point because I was just kind of. This one's a Facebook share. So you can see that if someone's going to do this brew crawl, that every time they go to one of these, they're going to share on Facebook, share on Facebook, share on Facebook. So it's 17 breweries, right, that are going to get a lot of advertisement for someone over the next week or so that's trying to do this and hit them all. And so my pitch is going to be to the Chamber of Commerce, and that those that want to participate can, and if they want to be featured, because we can make them featured and put them at the top. So if I go to my manage coupons and I decide to make Bare Roots featured and maybe Indian Joe, right? I make them featured, right? So now when I go to them, they're going to be at the top. Or no, I got to change. It's another feature, but this will say featured, and Indian Joe should be featured. And in one of the settings, I can put featured to the top somewhere in here. Layout. I know it shows put features
there.
To the top.
Show featured on
Yeah,
the
show
top.
feature on top. So if I publish it, so now if I go back to it, then those two will be featured. And so that's where I can say, okay, Chamber of Commerce, we can charge them A to be in here and offer to be part of this for this promo, because they're going to get advertised all over everyone's Facebook page in order to even get the coupon to get the $5 pint. But those who want to pay even more of a premium can be put at the top. And once someone completes this, we can also change this to be a living, breathing directory for breweries that can constantly have something going on. And then, and obviously, as we're developing this and we get the loyalty program going on, this would be a great way for consumers to have one location, at least in my neck of the woods, where they can have their loyalty membership for each brewery all in one spot. I'm at Aztec. I'm going to go click on that, and that's my loyalty card for that. Once we get that all integrated. So I just want to show I threw that together today. And so if you guys have made some really cool coupons, by the way, when you're in there making them, if you wouldn't mind, if you think it's cool, or for a different industry like massage or dentist or sandwich or something that's not currently part of our templates, if you would, let me close this. Sorry, let me go to or actually let me pick a different. Let me go to 508. Right, if I go to 508, this one that I made for these guys, and this is a new feature that Ed and the programmer added, which is what's so cool. Maybe I need to shut some of this down. Sorry, but there's so much going on. But obviously, also there's two things added to this that you might not know, and that is the emulator zoom, which has been added, and the save coupon as template. So if I do that, now this would automatically become a template for everybody. And then the emulator zoom, for some of you, like you can't fit the whole thing on your screen depending on what browser you're using. So now if you do that save as template, then when someone goes in here to pick and make a coupon, that template's already there. So if you see a coupon I've made or something someone's made, you can request them to please check the box to say save as a template. Then it doesn't affect their coupon, but you get an exact clone of it, and then you can edit it to your heart's content. Like I could pick any of these randomly. Like here's I made that one, I think. Let's see. Just pick one that looks good. Always American Pub. Here's one, right? So if I go here, let's see what this coupon looks like. I don't even know who made it, but it won't affect their coupon if I look at it and I like it and I want to save it as a template for everybody. It's okay. I'll pick something better, but you guys get the idea that if you've spent some time on something and you've made it look pretty amazing, why don't you go ahead and share it by just saying save as a template. Not only does it save it as a template for you to recreate that coupon for your other clients, but then everyone has access to that as a created template. Unless I'm wrong, Ed, because I'm in the admin, it saves it as a template for everyone, right?
Yes, if you're an admin, if you're just a regular member and you want to share that with another member, the programmer's working on this where it'll give you an access key and then you can give that to another member and then he puts in that access key and then it transfers the template over to his account.
Ah, okay, cool. So I guess only I can kind of do that for everybody right now. But there you go. So just some new cool things, and then like I told Ed, I'm like, hey, if we can make that directory to where as coupons are redeemed, they show here that ghosted image of saying redeemed, and then a person can go, hey, okay, I've been to Wavelength, I've been to Indian Joe, Aztec, and Backstreet. I got to get to Beach Grease, Bear Roots, Barrel Harbor. I still got a few more to get to, and then once I finish it all, then I go and present this at the Chamber of Commerce there in our little Vista Village. I can show them, hey, look, I completed everything. Kind of, this was another campaign that was going on earlier in the year where they had a physical postcard punch card, and then if they completed everything, it entered them into a contest to win like a big screen TV or something. So this is a way to digitize that and monetize that, and then it obviously builds interest because then I can say, okay, well, I can go in and edit this, right? I can edit my directory to where that's breweries, right? I can make a whole another portion of it that when I go into edit, right, I can do tabs, and so people can go, okay, well, maybe I'm not into the breweries, but I'm into something else. So if I go into, I'm sorry, it's here, use tabs layout, right? Well, then what happens in tabs layout is, see, they'll see different things available based on how, well, I know there's a category one too, right, Ed? I can go by category. If I set up multiple categories.
Yeah, it'll appear in multiple categories if you set it as such.
Yeah, so they can do brewery, restaurant, florist, show category list menu. There it is. So I don't have any other categories set up, but you could do it. So just many ways that you can set this thing up to have a lot of fun and do a lot of cool things with it. And I don't know how many have. I'd be interested to know how many of you scanned that and it asked you to save to home screen and you saved it. Could you give us a 1 if anyone did it and it worked properly?
Most people put in 1.
Awesome. So that's how easy it was to create the PWA emulation, and now you have an icon saved. It's easier to bring it back up and use it regularly. So you can go sell that to either a restaurant group, a chain, Chamber of Commerce, you name it. And it's a pretty cool feature. I just wanted to, I'll put that out there. So any Q's and A's, I'll take some Q's and A's as we're like 20 minutes into this.
I do see a quick update too that probably be done to the directory. You know how as soon as you get to the directory, it asks for your name?
Yeah.
You should be able to have a lock functionality where you can lock it, and then when the first person clicks on view of any coupon, it'll then bring up the registration. Make sense?
So that they can so they can see a coupon before they have to register.
Right. When they click on the view button, it'll bring up the registration to unlock the rest of the coupons so they can view it.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be great. That would be totally awesome.
So Dan Aber, that would solve your issue. He said that it worked, but it asked him to register first. So a lot of pop-ups came up, and it can be confusing to some customers that are going.
Yeah, because to use the PWA emulation, just to reiterate that, you have to first, if you're unfamiliar with this, you have to create a browser campaign first so you have to create the browser campaign first, right? Vista Village browser campaign, which is then going to ask people to opt in to receive push notifications on their browser. Then after you create the browser campaign, then you can go and create the PWA emulation, and it is linked to the browser campaign. That's why when you load it, it asks you allow or deny the push notifications. But the beauty of that is I see there's 7 of you that are in here now. is then, I can go to you and I can then send messages to you guys that did that, right? So I can say like live in this test, as I know this is loading, but live test, live test, live test, right? I can send an image if I want. I guess I could throw something in here like, what do I got here? Well, since this is kind of a beer thing, I'll see what, just a regular image like a glass of beer, right? And I can send instantly. And this is going to go to the Vista Village. 7 subscribers that just logged in. Keep notification alive. So basically, if I hit this, most of you, I got to do a notification icon. Sorry. I'll do megaphone. And then notification click URL. What does that mean, Ed?
So what happens when somebody is sent a notification? They are pushed to that URL. So what you're going to want to do is just, I guess, send it to the directory. There you go. For those of you that are using the white labeling software, so you're hosting on your server, make sure that if you did at one point have it set to EngageSnap, you can transfer it over to your new white label domain that you have it hosted on.
And then those of you that used Chrome or Firefox to load that and save it should get a browser notification soon, basically. Because those are the only 2 browsers it works with, correct?
Correct. I know when it comes to development for the iPhone, iOS, they are starting to catch up to Android as far as like the features and functionality they have made a lot of the web browsing and tracking and all that stuff popular with Android. So that's stuff that back going to December was in development mode. So yes, it's coming.
And then another thing about this is, now I lost my train of thought. Shoot. But anyway, so that I just demoed 2 of our cool. As I say, back end. You can give client back end access to this, so that they can have access to create and send their own browser campaigns. That's part of when you set up the client. You can give them access to this, and then let them manage it themselves. I was wondering if anyone got any of those. Did anyone get any of those that I just sent?
It doesn't show that you sent.
Oh, it doesn't?
Oh, did you send it for ASAP?
I set it for now, right now. Is that what you mean? Send now.
Gotcha. It might be sent if you want to refresh your screen.
Oh, okay, let me see. Live test.
Yeah,
pending.
it's still sending.
Pending. All right, so it'll go out during this webinar shortly, and then you guys will get it. So even though I said send instantly, that means within a few minutes.
Yeah, what our system does, it throttles all the sends. So to the Google Android network, Firefox network, it doesn't appear as like we're spamming their servers. So we throttle it just right to where it won't get banned, no matter if you have 100 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. Everybody will still get the message.
It's a cool deal. Just so that's some cool, fun tools that you guys have, and like I said, you can set up your client for back-end access to that and let them manage it, and they can even do scheduled broadcasts. So as people load their coupon directory, A, they get the benefit of the coupon directory, and B, you get the benefit of sending them browser notifications for those that used Chrome or Firefox to load the PWA directory.
Hey, Keith, you're part of the development Facebook group, aren't you, for EngageSnap?
Yeah.
I don't really. If you want to jump in there, if we want to go to the CSV of tasks, are you familiar with that?
Hold on a second. I haven't been there for a while, so I'll go to it and then I'll launch my screen. But I think I'm there. Coupon Snap Beta. Stand by. Here we go. Play. Hi.
Okay, so let's see if we can find that Excel file. I think there is an online Excel file, Google Docs right there.
Isn't this Bob sent it?
Yep.
Sent it right here.
Click on the coupon beta users down. I think it's the link's up there in Bob Lell's.
This
post.
one, right?
Yeah.
I think he reposted it right at the top.
Yep. So let's go to that real quick. Nope. I think you went to the wrong link.
Oh, sorry. This one?
Yep. There we go. So the green are the stuff that's done. Let's go down a little bit. Down one more. We want to add to this doc.
It just refreshed, sorry.
We want to add to this doc.
Yellow, white. Okay.
We want to add to this doc the ability when the directory registration is locked until a view button is clicked. Then registration is asked.
Okay.
And you might want to put for the directory.
This is directory. Make.
You can put urgent.
Instead of make, right? Urgent.
Yeah, make it urgent as you're gonna. And any of you guys that you guys are getting ready to go out and pitch, and you guys see it, think of a feature or something. If you guys put urgent, the programmer, he will set aside everything for that task to get it done. Just so you guys know. We've done this for several users. We've done it for Leslie. I think we did it for Kevin. I think we did it once for you. But anytime you put urgent, everything is pretty much dropped for that day until it's completed. And obviously, some of you guys have a lot of wish stuff on here. It's going to be taken care of. Right now, the programmer is working on stuff that takes up a little bit more time, like loyalty. So as his time permits, he is going in there and cherry picking some of the easy stuff that he knows he can get done in a couple hours versus a couple days and a couple weeks. Some of you guys have some complex stuff in here, some of you don't. So just stay patient. And if you guys need something done, don't feel free to put urgent in there. And then I'll let him review. He'll get back to me how long it'll take, and we can set aside some overtime time for him to complete it if it needs it, because I know that the loyalty is the big thing right now with Engage Snap.
And that loyalty could feed over into the directory to give me that loyalty punch option for each coupon redeemed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That'd be so awesome. If the directory can show which coupons have been redeemed as redeemed, that'll be so sick.
And I just want everybody to know too, I mean, even though this is a constant ongoing process of just improving the system, we are getting people coming out of the woodwork, so to say, wanting to promote with us for Engage Snap. This includes members and includes major companies that we have had relationships with currently and in the past. We've also had members wanting just Engage Snap access, and we've declined them for now until we can finish up our Engage Snap landing page. And keep in mind, we're not going to be getting you guys. They're not going to get the deal you guys got. They're not going to get access to Beacon Snap and any of that good stuff. It's just going to be Engage Snap and Coupon Snap as part of a package, and we're probably going to charge between $87 and $97 a month for it. So I'll just put that out there. That somehow the word is getting out. I don't know if people are seeing videos Keith has been doing in the past, and it goes for ApperSnap too. I mean, ApperSnap, even though it's through BizApps, they're starting to see some videos online and saying, why would I pay BizApps $150 a month when I can pay these guys $67, get all these extra little toys included?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much for word to get out, and we don't even publicly advertise much of anything that we've done. This has all been pretty much a private venture, just with the list that's been loyal to me going back, 10 years, sometimes some of you guys 12 years. So, yeah, I mean, eventually we're going to have to take this to market to make some extra money. There's a lot of people that just seem to drop off every now and then. So, obviously, every company, just to stay alive and stay in business, needs to promote. So, don't get offended if you see a promotion out there. Just be rest assured it's not going to be any deal better than you guys got back in the day, or even last week, for that matter.
Yeah, and then I'll point out also on these, because I'm talking about how I built these. In order to get the logos to show up, you have to instead of where you traditionally put the logo, it's where you put the image thing. And luckily the image allows a GIF, which is why you saw right here. This is a GIF that's moving, which is cool. But you have to use, for your image there, you're going to have to use, oops. Crap.
Yeah, Leslie, Keith and I are going to be digging deep tomorrow for the sales page for EngageSnap with CouponSnap. So patience, we're going to make it pretty much a half-day venture to get it out of the way and done. So thanks for your patience, Leslie. I know you guys have a lot of people that are interested.
So like on this, I wanted to put in so that on that directory page, you saw a GIF here, right? So that's where you have to put in so instead of where you put the logo up here, I've been putting the logos down here, because this is the box that appears on the directory page. So instead of putting the logo at the top for like Indian Joe, I put it down here. So on the directory, it's very simple to go, oh, that's Indian Joe, that's Wavelength. Even though it says it there, I think having the logos in the box, because we all know they're beer, and I can only put, if I had all of them were this, it would get pretty tiresome. Or if they were all the logo for Shop Locally Vista, it would look like all the same thing to somebody. So I want each coupon to look unique, and so that's where I discovered you have to use that second icon box down in order to have each coupon have its unique look on the directory page. So just be aware of that when you're making your coupons, if you're making a directory. Unless each item in your group is like a plate of food, and every plate of food's different. One's a food, one's a drink, one's a something else. But for this, because they're all breweries, a glass of beer will look all the same. I'm putting the logo there in that second icon spot, and I'm leaving the main icon for Shop Vista, Shop Local at the top, and then Belching Beaver, which is why when you go here and you scroll down, you'll see Belching Beaver is there, kind of highlighted, even though it says it there. So I wanted their logos to appear, if that makes sense to everybody. So it's trial and error a little bit, trial and error. All right, Q&A, what's up? We got 10 more minutes and then we got to go.
I'll let you go ahead and field the questions. I'm playing with your directory a little bit behind your back.
Okay, thank you for the CCP flyer. You're welcome. I made that, Jim. We're going to have more info on CCP stuff for you guys very soon, but I appreciate we've had at least a dozen of you submit some pretty major players, and they're following through, and it's very successful. So please don't hesitate. Don't be fearful. We would never steer you guys wrong with something that didn't actually work, because we don't want to jeopardize your reputation or ours. So yeah, they're solid. Word so you can edit? Yeah, I'll give you a Word version of it so you can edit. Are you talking about you want to put your own logo? Because I don't want you to edit the content, because the content is what it is. I don't want you to like misrepresent, as it were. But yeah, I'll put a Word version in here for you guys. Ed, is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'll do that in a second. SMS flyer. Do we have SMS flyers?
I believe there is one made. I will double check on that.
I know I have something in the archives. John, how about you? You got something in the archives? John fell asleep because I
That's a good
talked.
question. I'm trying to check
boring.
now. Give me a second.
Why would you want to share it on Facebook? Because if you share a coupon for a business on Facebook, now that business just got their coupon and their name shared with everyone that subscribes to your post on your Facebook page. That's why. So now if you want that coupon, it says you have to share it on Facebook to claim it. Well, if you want that coupon bad enough, you'll have no problem posting it to your page. And now that you posted it, your 100 or 1,000 friends just saw it. And if they're within the area or it's something they're interested in, they'll grab it and then they'll share it and they'll share it. So that's a way.
Keep in mind too, Keith, if especially if you live like near the Hop Highway and what you're doing, if you're sharing like the Belching Beaver coupon,
Yeah.
that might alert some people that are local to you. Dude, I haven't been to the Belching Beaver in like 2 weeks. It kind of reminds me to go too.
Right. But when you take that to a business and you say, hey, here's a coupon, but in order for someone to get the coupon, they got to share it on their Facebook page, which means that it's going to get shared and seen by thousands of people. That's a huge selling point to a business because they only post to Facebook on their page and then they pay for Facebook ads. But when you have people willingly posting your business on their page because they want to get the coupon for it, forget about it. A business will get massive exposure by setting that coupon to share on Facebook. Massive exposure. It's probably the best selling tool for the coupon system, outside of collecting, making them give you their name and phone number or email to get the coupon, or making it a ticket where they got to buy it. I mean, that's huge marketing. That's huge. And it's free to a business. All they got to do is offer a discount and then let people share it like wildfire on Facebook. That gets them out of paying all those Facebook what is it? I forget, but we tried that before and it wasn't very profitable. $1 a click or $2 a click or whatever that crap is. Right, Ed?
Yep. And for those of you that are going to be on the next call, we're going to show you how to use the Facebook Messenger chat that's built in a sales text chat that we just added. You'll be able to add that into the code of the directory advanced. So now you can have a Facebook chat built into your directory.
So sweet. Bob, hey Bob, can the directory header size be made bigger? The logo's too small and it would be nice to show an instruction to scroll down to see more. Is that something that he should write in the doc, Ed?
Yes.
Yeah, write that in the doc, would you, Bob? Thanks, man.
So they don't all load. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he's saying that the logo's really small. Like this logo up here in the corner should be really big. And it should say scroll for all offers or something. Make instructional, because as we know, a lot of people need C-Spot Run. Someone might not understand, especially if they load it on their phone. They're just going to see the screen will fill just the one coupon. They won't realize that if they keep scrolling, they'll see more and more and more. I get it. Thanks, Bob. Hold on, sorry.
You're rocking the house.
Anyone can guess what the theme song that was for my
Baywatch.
ringtone? Who can guess what it is?
Was it Baywatch?
No. Heck no. Who can guess it? Let's see if someone gets it.
Magnum PI.
No.
MASH.
No. 3G Stylo 3 brought up browser and request to add to home screen, but no button to do so. LG
Yeah, I think
Stylo
that
3 brought up
I'm
browser
going to have the
request.
developer look into that. That is, I think, a phone width issue.
Okay.
Screen. So I think what's happening is the actual button's getting buried to the right, and you can't see it.
Here's a long question. How can I get contact info captured in a bot or other app to populate data in a coupon? I want to build my list and separate lists based on the coupon someone selected. Sounds like as we build the client database, you want to like download it and then upload it into something else as a CSV. I think we make it downloadable as a CSV, correct, Ed?
Yes.
Yeah, so just work whatever you want to use. Make sure it's CSV friendly. How about that?
Hey, can I show you something important, Keith? If you go back to your City of Vista PWA and Beacon Snap,
Mm-hmm.
and you're in the browser, go back to the PWA.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I just want to make sure that everybody's clear on how to actually, because I watched you put the code in. I had to hurry up and fix it while you were doing it.
Whatever,
So
dude. Are you trying to say I don't know what I'm doing?
you do know what you're doing, but you just didn't know what you were doing.
Right.
All right,
I don't know.
click on Get Code for Vista Village.
Wait, where?
Right there, Get Code.
Right here. Yeah. Okay.
So I know a lot of you guys ain't very analytical with how code is written and what it's supposed to look like, but more than likely in a lot of the software that we make and a lot of the integration code that we give you, you see that first line where it says Google APIs, Ajax library. 99.9% of the time, you do not need that line because the website you're pasting it on will already have an instance of it. By adding another instance of that, it could cause the website to fail, or B, your plugin to fail. So when you paste it in, you're just going to paste everything below. Now, if you have an older site that I know some of you are still running and having success with, sites that are not running jQuery, you are going to need that top line of code then in that instance. So, and like I said, 99% of the time, you're not going to need that very top line of that code. It just becomes a hindrance to you if you do paste it in there. And
you already fixed that on my directory?
Yeah, I fixed it faster than you could actually get to the page.
Awesome. Thanks, man. That's why we're a dynamic duo. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't want you to have an embarrassing time. So let me, I'm going to grab the webinar link for the DEMM call. I'm going to put it in the chat box.
I was going to say, I wonder, okay, there's a lot of, I'm going to see if anyone just got what soundtrack that was. Anybody? Let's see. There's a lot of questions here. Sorry, guys. Hold on. No one knows what song that was?
Play it again, Sam. I can name that tune in 25 notes.
You have to call my phone to make it ring.
Oh, my phone's dead.
Oh, too bad. Too bad.
You got me. I'm usually hit.
You don't know it? Oh, come on, guys. Bob, call me. I know you. Okay, here it goes.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
Oh, that's back.
Knight
All right,
Rider.
who got it?
Me, Michelle, Knight Rider.
No, it's not Knight Rider. Oh my gosh, are you crazy? Come on, oh yeah, Leslie got it. Miami Vice. Bobby Daniels got it. Miami Vice. That's right.
Tell them what they win, Keith.
They win that they're the winner. That they are so cool in my book that they know that.
See, even EJ said Knight Rider before anybody said Miami Vice.
Oh, right on. Heck yeah. Miami Vice, baby.
All right, so Keith, I'll let you close this one up. I'll remind everybody.
Sorry, guys.
You guys hurry up and go to the chat box. I did put the link to tonight's DEMM call, which is going to be covering the new Facebook chat module that we've added. So hopefully see you guys there in 30 minutes. and I'll go ahead and get this call ripped up. So go ahead, Keith.
There's so many questions. Sorry, guys, but no, this is a standalone directory. That's one question. And thanks, guys, and we'll see you on the DEMM call, or at least
It's
John
8:15.
Ed will.
That question.
And we'll try to figure out your questions. If they're real pertinent, send them in support. If not, we'll catch you next week.